Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot for your 3-month reading, the last one of 2024. You know, I still remember the day I did the first one, and it just doesn't seem that long ago, but it was. So here we are, ready to finish this year out strong. Let's see, what do we have for Pisces? I always like to begin my readings by thanking those of you who have been such good supporters of me and my channel. Those of you who have subscribed, liked, shared, commented on my videos, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't respond to every comment, but I do read them all. And I am always so grateful for the gift of connection with all of you. To those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy to have you. Just keep in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, we're diving in with a look at October. Spirit, please show us, what does October hold for Pisces? For Pisces, all right? You're getting the end of a tough cycle approaches. Wow, and a new start is coming, new moon. We do have a new moon eclipse happening in Libra, and that feels pretty exciting to me. The full moon in Capricorn happened in... it was probably the end of June, beginning of July. And so there may have been something that felt like it was in a moment of transition or a moment of upheaval, or something that felt like it ended, or there was some ending possibly for some of you that you experienced at that time, that it may be that now you're really starting to come to terms with it, or now you're beginning to embrace this new energy. You're releasing that old energy and you're really ready to embrace some new energy here. Let's see, let's go deeper. I believe the new moon in Libra is on October 2nd, so just in a few days. For Pisces, what can you tell me for Pisces? Can I get one more? Maybe, maybe not. No? Okay. Wow, you guys are getting energy, creation, life. It's only a phase. Man, you guys, you got a new beginning coming. There's a new day and age just manifesting, showing up, opening up for you here. You have energy, creation, life, karma, intent, manifestation. Be mindful, keep your thoughts well, for they can create. You know, especially important around the new moon. This is like our highest point of, you know, manifestation energy, right? This is where it's a blank slate and we get to fill it with everything that we, you know, are trying to create or are pursuing or would like to see in our life. And, you know, I always like to remind people, it's always kind of good to leave it a little open-ended for the universe to surprise you. Or I like to do that, because sometimes the surprises the universe brings are better than anything we could have dreamed up. I actually was listening to Michael Singer talk once, and he said dreams are, you know, we think of dreams as like the highest expression of what we could hope for in this world, when in reality it's a limitation, because we can't, the universe is limitless. I mean, all you have to do is look at any of the pictures that come back from James Webb telescope, and you really begin to understand the infinite possibilities and, you know, the basic fundamental truths of creation and ending. You know, stars are being born and stars are dying all of the time, you know, and there's just, but what is possible is beyond even our wildest imagination. So, you know, I always like to just leave that sliver of, you know, go ahead, surprise me. I'm saying yes to life right now. I'm feeling great. I'm saying yes to life. You have, it's only a phase, a new day will come, and so this too shall pass. Difficulties, lack of perspective, short-term problems, blurred setbacks, unclear. Like I said, you know, it really feels like this tough cycle that you've been going through, possibly associated with some kind of ending, the end of June, July kind of time frame. It's coming to, you know, it's something that you're able to release. It's something that you're able to put into perspective. It's something that you're able to come to a place of peace and acceptance with. And it may have been an ending that happened before June or July. It may be more for you the message of, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. Like, don't get hung up on time frames necessarily, especially not in general readings, because we're all on different timelines. So you know, this is just telling you that you are giving birth to a new period of time, and it is important to embrace at this time what it is you want to fill that universe with, that experience with. All right. For Pisces, please, Spirit. For Pisces. All right, Pisces. You have on the bottom of the deck, brand spanking new soulmate coming in. You have, your intuition is correct about this situation. Synchronizations are like spiritual breadcrumbs leading your path. Time to let go of what no longer serves you. Oh, it looks like possibly a third party situation may be something, that may be a tough cycle that's coming to an end. And then you have secrets and drama are bubbling to the surface. Pisces, you know, I honestly just keep getting this feeling of like a clean slate, of like a brand new, like empty vessel that you get to choose what you fill it with. And, you know, you get to really be honest and truthful with yourself about, how is this paying off for me? How is this working for me? Is this what I want? You know, I recently just cleaned out my closet, and I honestly, I can't stop talking about it. I think it was actually inspired by a Pisces reading that I did about like cleaning something out. And anyway, I cleaned out my closet. And as I did it, I was like, am I really going to wear this? Have I worn this? What is the word? Why am I keeping this stuff? And I literally, it's like, there were some things, you know, like we all have those things where it's like, well, you know, if I went to a nice dinner with this person and the weather was like this and it was like that, then, you know, I might want this shirt. And it's like, if I have to go through all of that to get to a place where it might be useful, nope. Nope, I'm not keeping it. And I got rid of it. And you know, going through that process and even reminding myself of the process of just all of the things that sometimes we have to say to make something work, or all of the ways that we have to justify something, or all of the ways that we have to qualify something to make it fit in our life. And it's like, why are we doing that? Why are we going down that entire path to give something a purpose or a place in our life? To have a purpose or place in our life is a very fortunate position. You know, it's something that is lucky. It's something that is you know, a reward of recognition, you know, that, wow, you're useful, you know. And it's funny because today I'm wearing this t-shirt. You guys can't see it, but I love this t-shirt. It was so buried in the back of my closet that I really thought that I'd lost it. And here it was there the whole time. And so there's almost this sense to me why this is coming up. And also, I really wake up happy going into my closet, turning on the light, and just seeing the work that I did, seeing that everything that I'm looking at, everything that I'm laying eyes on has possibility. It has function, it has purpose, it fits, I like it. It's useful to me. Every single thing that I lay my eyes on, I can say that about in my closet. And I honestly am so joyful about it. I keep telling my husband, I'm like, let's go do your closet. Like, don't you want to feel like that? And he's just not as excited about it as I am. But it feels like there is an opportunity here for you to sort of turn on the light, you know, open the door and just look at things and be like, how many things do I have to say about this before I get to the part where it's okay, or where it has purpose, or where it has meaning? And is that a reflection of where I want to be in my life, and what I want to have in my life, and what I want to lay my eyes on, what I want to think about, what I want to face each day when I open my eyes, when I see my day? Is this the condition that I want to be in regarding this situation? And sometimes we feel like we have no choice. You know, I get a lot of, you know, but I can't help it. I love them. We always have a choice. It is 1,000,000% possible to love someone and to not be with them, and to not be waiting for them, and to not be hoping that they're going to return. we can love someone and say, man, you know what, I love you, I hope you're well, I wish good things for you, but here I am in my own life, and in my own life I want someone who's standing beside me, physically standing beside me, and holding this space for you and waiting for you is not actually helping me fill that spot, is not actually helping me to get where I need to go. So, you know, whatever the case may be, I'm not suggesting, I would never tell you how to live your life. You are the one that knows the best. But it feels like in October, there's a lot of turning on the light, really looking at things, really asking ourselves, is this something that I want? Because it does feel like you have the potential for something that you do want to come in. All right. This secrets and drama are bubbling to the surface. It kind of feels like, you know, sometimes it's almost like because there's nothing better, or what we have in our life is sometimes a reflection of where we were at the time, right? So like, you know, I was a photographer in New York, so I had a lot of closet that was, you know, nice clothes, but they were the clothes of a photographer in New York. And I'm not that anymore. I occasionally do work as a photographer, but I'm not like anywhere near where I once was, right? And I just don't need those clothes. And you know, it's a reflection of where I was. And while, you know, and then for a while, I think I was in denial because it was COVID that really ended it for me. It wasn't me making the choice, although I had really scaled back, you know, a couple of years before that and was very selective. But, you know, when something tells you, okay, we're shutting down, and, you know, it's not really your choice. Even if you want to go work, you can't because there's nothing to photograph. Broadway is closed. So, you know, I think for a while I held on to the clothes in hopes that I was going to get another opportunity. And then it got to the point where I realized the space in my closet was much more precious to me than holding on to those clothes, than the hope. And also I thought, and there's also that kind of scarcity mindset where it's kind of like, man, I spent a lot of money on that. It took me a long time to be able to build that wardrobe that, you know, I was really proud of, and that I always had the perfect thing to wear no matter what it was. You know, am I ready to just let all that work and all that money, you know, kind of go? And then, you know, you realize that's a scarcity mindset. Why am I holding on to it based on that? If the opportunity arises again, then the money's going to come again. And the fashions have changed, and it could be exciting just like it was the first time to go out and find those perfect things, you know? So the totality of the mindset and the reason behind how we got here sometimes just becomes very clear. It just becomes very obvious. And I feel like that is what is happening here, Pisces, for you in October. You have this diamond ring proposal energy. You have the star card. Wow. You guys keep getting the star card. You also have the snake, and you guys keep getting the snake. And then you have this Celtic knot, unconditional love. And you have head of the pack, successful, competition. You guys got that leadership card yesterday, and that's giving me the same vibe. And then you have balance, and I think you got balance very recently in a reading where, you know, and man, you guys have the fish on the bottom. This is a very good energy. This is like abundance. Like, don't worry about where it will come from. It will be there for you. It will show up for you. Here's the thing. Sometimes we, wow, this give me a strong feeling, and take it as it resonates, Pisces, and leave what doesn't. But there's this energy of like, sometimes we outgrow situations in our life, you know, with the snake card. We outgrow our skin, and our skin becomes the limitation. It becomes this energy of, you know, where we have sort of told ourselves like, I can't find anyone that I like as much. I can't find anyone that I connect with as deeply. I already love this person. Those can be deceptive things that we're telling ourselves. It may be true that we have never met someone that we like as much as we like this person so far, but we don't know who we're going to meet. We don't know who may hold a key that unlocks a door. Maybe this person is a deep soul connection, but maybe we're going to meet a deeper soul connection. Maybe, it just, there's so many things here. And so we have to, there's this energy of, being willing to shed our skin to grow, being willing to shed this kind of safe space that we've created for ourselves, or that we've carved out for ourselves by telling ourselves that, like, oh no, I've got to stick with this. I've got to stay here with this. And the snake doesn't shed its skin and go, well, I'll shed the skin, and then I'll sort of go out there and I'll sort of see what the world is like without that skin on. And if it's scary, or if I don't like it, or if I don't find something I like better, I'll come back and put that skin on. Once that snake sheds that skin, it's shed. It's done. It's gone. It's the snake's not returning for it. So I don't know, guys. I just give you the messages I get. Take it as it resonates, and take what belongs to you, and definitely leave the rest. But it feels to me that your wish fulfillment, and there is a focus on it, is something serious. Is something where it's like, I can physically, tangibly hold you. I can rely on you. There's a deeper level of commitment here. And, if what we're here with is, but I love this person, but if this person is not giving us what we want, then we can choose to love them and go a different direction. It doesn't have to be that person that offers us the ring. I don't know why I keep going on this. But anyway, you have this Celtic knot, unconditional love. You have this head of the pack leadership and this balanced energy. And it is telling me that when you focus all of your energy on yourself, and on what you're capable of, and on what you're creating, and on who you are, and what you are the Queen of Cups. You are unconditional love. You are capable of it, Pisces. And when your goal is to stay balanced, and to stay strong, and to stay at peace with yourself, there are just certain things that are going to fall away. And there are certain things that are going to come in that you weren't expecting, that are beautiful resources that are going to help move you on your journey. And beyond that, you are serving as an example for all the people around you of how to live this kind of life, how to be this way, and that it is possible, right? And hopefully it inspires them. Because that's what we need in the world, in my opinion. All right. Let's see. What energy for Pisces? What energy for Pisces? You have the Magician, Judgment, and the Devil. Pisces, there's this energy, I don't know, take it as it resonates, but there is this energy of wanting something back that isn't necessarily good for you, or I feel the sense of like, I'm asking for another chance with something that hasn't really shown up for me, or that has been in a pattern that isn't really serving me, isn't really taking me closer to the place that I want to be for some time. With the Magician on the bottom of the deck, it feels like we are saying, okay, what can I do with this? How can I take this energy and change this energy into what it is I want? How do I do that? Because you can always work, especially with your own energy. There's a sense here of, I know what I want, and I want what I want, and I'm afraid. There's something about fear that's involved in this, and it may be like, I'm afraid there might not be anything better out there. I'm afraid if I let this go, I love this person, and so, even though it's not what I want it to be, and I may lay awake at night thinking about it, I can't let it go because I want what I want, and I continue to take action and put my energy and focus in this direction. Yeah, and this, in the month of October, Pisces, I see you leaving that behind. I see you taking an approach of what else is possible? What do I want to create? Who is Pisces dealing with in the month of October? Who is a strong person that Pisces is dealing with? Okay, you're getting squirrel spirit. It looks like Pisces, I think October is the beginning of kind of the rest of your life. That's really how it feels. It's like you are really, there is something that has been, and it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a belief system, it could be whatever. There is something that has been limiting you or holding you back, that mentally you have thought certain things about, I don't, I can't say for sure. Like, I've given you examples though. And in October, it's like you are really shifting gears here. You are releasing it, and maybe even giving it with justice and the devil, judgment and the devil. You may be making the decision to completely surrender it to the universe. And they're surrendering to the universe, and then they're surrendering to the universe. And one of the things that I have learned as a yogi or a yogini in my life is that, there is always more. There is always more. There is always more. There is always more. We can always do a pose a little bit deeper. We can always, when we think we have reached, our capacity to do something, we can find out that, wow, we can actually even push beyond that. There's even more. And when it comes to like opening our heart, it's like we can always open it a bit more. And when it comes to surrendering, we can always surrender a bit more. And this is because there is this, there is our mental body, which is like, okay, I surrender this to the universe. I've done everything I can do. I can't do anymore. This is just killing me. I can't stop thinking about it. It's driving me nuts. I gotta give it to you. And then there's like, okay, so maybe we experience some peace and some acceptance from that. We feel a bit better. We're not thinking about it as much. We're not there quite, we don't feel as, focused on it as we once did, but it creeps up, it comes back around, and then we might spend a few 3-4 days thinking about it, really in it, really going over it again and again, really thinking, well, why did it even come up? Are they thinking about me? Is the energy changing? Trying to connect with our intuition, trying to do all these things. And then eventually we come back to this place of, I surrender it to the universe, I surrender it. And then it's a little bit deeper, and it's a little bit more, and we're letting it go, and we're letting it go, and we're letting it go. But we can always let it go more. When you really get to the place where you are able to say, it's not even that I'm not focused as much on that person. It's that I'm focused on something completely else. And that it would be shocking to me if it came up to me, or I spent 3 or 4 days in a row actually focused on this or thinking about this. You just, because you're so free. Because you're so free of the things that were holding you back, because you have surrendered so much, that you're so light in energy that you're able to pursue whatever it is that you want, and that you're so focused on where you're going that you're not, where you've been is a small thing. I will remind you of, I read that King Arthur series, and in it, the biographer, someone was trying to write King Arthur's life, and he asked Arthur, like, tell me about your childhood. And Arthur wouldn't talk about it. And he was like, why won't you talk about your childhood? And he goes, what is the egg to the eagle? And that to me is like the simplest way. That is just so profound. It has rung through to me so much, so much, so much. But where we have been is like the egg, and we have this capacity to fly free. And do we ever think about the egg? Does the snake ever think about the skin it shed? Do we really need to look back and dwell on that? Like, we're moving in a different direction. The tide has changed. Something is shifting here, and now our focus is somewhere else. And it seems like, these cards are intended for me to be able to say to you, okay, this is someone that you're dealing with in the month of October. Let's go in and look at it. It looks like you're dealing a lot with your relationship with yourself and really cementing, moving in this new direction and trusting the great mystery, trusting where you're being led, trusting where it's taking you. You had those signs and synchronicities are the breadcrumbs of the divine, right? And it feels like, Pisces, you're off to the races, looking, just following what is the path that's being opened up in front of you. And this isn't a time for you to focus on anything outside yourself. It is a time for you to put all of your energy and all of your belief and all of your focus into yourself. This will be interesting. These are supposed to be messages that this person wants to say to you in the month of October. Oh my God, I love this. Oh my God, you only got one card. And it's like a to me, from me message, because that's what these cards, the place that these cards hold in this reading. And it says, so we meet again, my dear friend, through space and across time. You're meeting yourself again. And oh my God, you guys, you're not my usual type, but I like it a lot. I feel like, man, Pisces, you're changed, you're shifted, you're powerful, you're strong, you're making moves. You're trusting the universe and you're believing in yourself, and it feels like a very unstoppable energy. Oh man, Pisces, Lord. You have poker face, taking a chance, risking options, not showing hand, gambling, and coffee cup, meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendship. Guys, I feel like you are elevating and the universe is responding. I feel like you may have people coming in. You may be meeting people. You may be connecting with people. You may be meeting someone and then ending up talking to them much longer than you thought. You may be like at a meeting and then staying after to talk to someone. Or to go grab a cup of coffee. You may be, seeing an old friend or something and grabbing a cup of coffee and it lasts half the day, It's just one of those things. But you are on a path and on a trajectory to really say yes to life and to really be open to what's there. That's what I feel with this poker face and this whale spirit in October. Wow. Okay. Pisces, I feel like there is something that you're putting to bed here. I think that there is some kind of burdensome connection where it was all about the other person on some level. It was, what do they want? What's going to make them happy? And you perpetually trying to respect that, trying to give to that, trying to be that, trying to endure that. I don't even know. It's just like, I'm giving you space to become who you want to be, to give you the space to find your own emotional contentment, your own happiness, to right yourself, to get in alignment with the King of Swords in reverse. It's like, you may suffer from they may have suffered from cognitive dissonance, like what you say and what your actions are and what you're feeling is all very different stuff. I'll give you space so that you can align. And it's like, you held this space for this person. You waited, you watched, you learned a lot about yourself. You gained a ton of enlightenment in kind of making this sacrifice. It wasn't for no purpose. It wasn't with no payoff. Like with the Hangman here, it's saying, first of all, it was a sacrifice. It was a burden. It was a burdensome cycle. It was a tough cycle. but damn, like, it changed your perspective. It changed your understanding of yourself, of the world, of what you want to put up with. It changed your understanding of what you want and what you don't want. And here with the Empress on the bottom of the deck, I mean, you are in the energy to create what it is you do want right now, Pisces. That's it. That's what I got for you. Like, you're doing it. I would get a very clear picture. If these were my cards, I would get a very clear picture of what I want, and I would be very prepared to manifest the crap out of it with this new moon on October 2nd. All right, guys. So this is what I have for you for October. I hope that helps. If any of you would like to timestamp the reading by month so that you could write down, I believe it's like 30 and 10 seconds or something, or it'll be a little bit longer because I'm going to have to shuffle these cards. But in the comments, like for November, I would deeply appreciate that. All right. I always think I'm going to come back and I'm going to do that. And then no. Okay. Pisces. Let's see what's coming in November. I feel like October is going to be a very powerful month. I feel like a major like raising of vibration here, you know, really aligning and coming into a deep kind of alignment, I guess is just the word that I'm going to use, with what you want, with what the life you're trying to create for yourself. It just feels like a lot. It also feels like a lot is opening up. That trust the signs and synchronicities, their spiritual breadcrumbs. It feels like there are certain things that are going to begin opening up for you, or it's going to become clear that like this path is available to you, or there's something that's working out here in this particular path, and that's going to be like, okay, well, these doors will continue to open, or they're going to continue to guide you in a certain direction. You know, always watch the doors that open for you, because they're definitely leading you, right? Okay. So let's dive in for November and see what's happening in November. So November actually starts at about 32, we'll just say. For November, for Pisces, for November. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. That's interesting because the new moon eclipse is in the South Node. Libra's the South Node. Anyway, right now. You have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. The full moon in Cancer is at the end of the year or the beginning of next year. It's at the end of December or the beginning of January. You know, I feel that Pisces, they're, you know, whenever the Moonology cards of Cancer come out, the new moon in Cancer says you and your loved ones are safe or something like that. There's always this energy to me of you're on solid ground. You're where you're moving from is safe and secure, and it's just giving me this feeling of foundation of like you have this blank slate, you've created this blank slate, you've begun following, you know, where the universe is really leading you and guiding you. You are continuing, I feel like, to let go of any situation that's not serving your highest and best. Wow, yeah. Let me put my glasses on. You have an ending, death, rebirth to rise, a new door opening, closing, transformation, letting go, standing still, natural ending to a relationship. And then you have a female of importance to my life, or one I have yet to meet, the physical world, nature, down-to-earth ancestor, health and life, grounded, long, standing, deeply rooted, possible past life connection. Okay, that is exactly the energy I was getting from this Cancer card. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's just this energy of like your home base is safe. There is a stability to your foundation, one that you can sort of take a risk from. and it may be that you're really feeling this in November, that you're feeling more secure, that you're feeling more stable, that you're feeling like, hey, I actually can take risks, or I actually can sort of go out on this limb, or I can sort of try for something that I might have been afraid to try for at one point, or I might not have because I just would have assumed I wasn't going to get it, or something like that. It's like there's a budding confidence, or it's not, and it is confidence, but it's coming from a place of like, I know I'm okay, and I know that I'm in the flow, and I know that I am following, the signs and synchronicities of the universe. And as long as I do that, I'm, opening up to the path that the universe is really guiding me on, and I'm open to flow. For some of you, it feels like you may be meeting a female of importance. For some of you, there could be an ending with a female of importance, or where it's like you're finally ready to put something to bed. This can be like anything or anyone. You know what I mean? This doesn't have to be a romantic person. But the beginning of November is Scorpio season. And I really got this heavy emphasis on this transformation energy, which to me, people come into our lives just like clothes, just like my wardrobe, just like, like my New York wardrobe. It's like it came into my life for a reason. It served an important purpose. It was authentic to me. It was whole to me. It was a part of me, right? But I have changed. My life has changed. And, I wouldn't trade the change. I wouldn't want to be back there. I wouldn't want to be, it was a great run. I had an amazing time. I had incredible experiences and met amazing people, many of whom I still talk to and I'm still friends with. Like I kept the best part of it, but it just isn't in resonation with me anymore. I love being home. I love my ritual. I love my routine. I love my dog. I love my husband. I love to cook. I love, to garden. All these things that I couldn't do when I was doing that because I was never home to take care of it. I was not ever around to like experience it or explore it. And so, like it feels the same way. It's like there may be someone, or there may be a relationship, or there may be a job, or there may be something that just doesn't feel like it fits anymore. Like it just feels like you have transformed and it just isn't who you are anymore. It's just not necessarily authentic to you anymore. It's authentic to the you were then, but not now. And so there is this sort of natural letting go, a natural ending, and a letting go of, and there's an energy of even like paying homage or having reverence for the place that it had in your life, and the gift that it was, and the gift that the present is, and the gift that now is, and the gift that having a new experience or new opportunities or not knowing what's coming next is, that's a gift too. Here we go. For Pisces, we never know, like, the last time. It's, I read that book, Tom Lake. I finally finished it. It was good. It was good. Like, I don't know. It was good. I had read that King Arthur series, and it's just like nothing has really compared to that for me since. But in it, there's like a last time that she plays a certain role. She was an actress. And she's like, I didn't know that was the last time I was ever going to get to be that person or get to be on the stage. Like, we never really know when that last time happens or when that last time comes. And kind of, isn't that good, because mightn't we be so focused on it being the last that we forget to be present, or that, it alters the experience for us. I don't know why I said that. I have no idea. You have vibes don't lie. The divine has your back. It's always there, guiding, supporting, and whispering. Guys, serious messages of support in November. Unexpected communication is coming in. This could be an offer or an opportunity. Soon you will have the answers you seek. Your wish is about to be granted. Hang in there. Pay attention to the signs. They are guiding you again, right? And then you have hold tight, breakthroughs are coming. So there may even, in November, let me just, what is this about? What is this about? Can you please tell us, what is this about? What is this about? Ooh, for some of you, owls are a sign. For some of you may have an encounter with an owl. There may be owls. It doesn't even have to be like a real living owl. It may be, you know, even a picture of an owl or an owl on a license plate or, you know, I don't know. Wow, a lot here. Whew. I feel like you're meeting a lot of new people, or there's like a network forming. Oh my God. You guys have the moon, a card of Pisces, and the high priestess, obviously a card of Pisces. Let me sit with this for just 1 second. Something's coming in big in November. You have that communication coming in. You have this owl. This is the time to really listen to your intuition. You have the Empress and the Hangman, the Lovers and the Moon, and this Milky Way. And the moment I saw this Milky Way, it was giving me this sense of a lot, just a like, oh my God, it's like one thing that leads to another that leads to another. You know, it's like making one friend who has 3 friends, and then meeting those 3 friends and realizing that they are also becoming your friends. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's like some energy is really building, and it's building in the tangible world. It's building in the physical world. It's not just momentum of energy. It's momentum of physical stuff. I don't know how else to say that. And then you have the Empress with the Hangman. And remember, we saw that Hangman last month, and it felt like it was in reference to this time you have spent on something that didn't work out was not wasted time. You learned so much. And with the Empress and the Hangman, it's like you are manifesting from this space of enlightenment. Like you are creating something that you may not have even known to create or thought to create or whatever, had it not been for this past experience, you know, whatever it is you learned from that past experience. You have, I feel like there is a significant person with a moon card next to it. Man, there's just this energy of, you may meet this person, but you may not realize, like, how do I want to say it? Like a lot of times when you meet a soulmate, you're like, oh man, for some reason that person just really like resonates with me. But you may feel that way, but it may be sort of unclear, like what position this person's going to hold, or how it's all going to work out, or how it will all sort of unfold, or how it all sort of makes sense with the moon card and the Lovers. But it is, you are meeting a person of significance. There is also this owl, and it just keeps giving me, this is the sign or synchronicity. Oh. Also, I'm getting, for some of you, you may meet this person at night, at an event at night, or at a place at night. It may be very unexpected. It may even be outside, okay? The thing is, with this owl card here, there's this energy of like, either maybe you're going to see an owl, or you're going to see owls in general, or owls are just going to be popping up left and right around you. I don't know. There's just this feeling. And it feels, because you have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck, it feels to me also like a message from the universe to remember to zoom out. Remember to look at the bigger picture. Remember to get that kind of like bird's eye view. When you look out, what is important will become very obvious. Like you'll be able to zoom in on what is important. You'll be able to see it more clearly. I don't know. That's definitely a message for someone. Is coming through so clearly. All right, let's see. All 3 cards of Pisces showing up in November. You are in your energy in November. You have a strong foundation. You have things coming towards you. I think you're attracting them towards you. You have this energy of manifesting from a space of enlightenment, from a space of having known, a space of perspective that's different because of this past situation or what you've gone through, what you have released. You have a deeper understanding of something. Something is coming in out of the blue. Man almighty. The Star card, again. Let me just take one on this Tower because, you know, I don't like to leave those open-ended. This is the full-on completion of a cycle and the welcoming in of a cycle, I feel like, of wish fulfillment. Wow, you got love coming in out of the blue. You're manifesting it. Remember that Magician that we saw on the bottom of the deck in October? Well, this is where you start to see the results of what you're creating in your life, about kind of switching your focus, switching your gears. This is where it comes in. And it comes in, I think that opportunities and things are going to be kind of falling in your lap or coming in from unexpected places. And it feels kind of to me like it is even multiple things. On this particular Tower card, you see all these pentacles. They're coming in. It's like you may even have breakthrough ideas, breakthrough thoughts. You may meet people that are able to help you very quickly. It feels like there's a lot of things that are coming towards you in November that are really helping kind of move you along in a certain direction toward your wish fulfillment with the Star card. It's all happening in the right time for you also, Pisces. And remember, you know, I've been getting a lot of this energy in readings of like Sagittarius season and Capricorn season, which is what made me think to do this reading. And, you know, this is the end of Scorpio season moving into Sagittarius season. So it does sort of make me feel that way. Pisces, okay. I feel like you have someone coming in. Someone who's asking you to give them a chance. You have the 6-6 here. And 6s are really strong energies of coming into unity, coming into harmony, being a vibrational match, you know, being harmonious with another person. And I feel like you do have someone who's coming in. It may not be clear. This can also be someone that you already know or that you've already met who's making their intention more clear, or is asking you to sort of trust in what you're feeling or what you're experiencing, or maybe even asking you to trust in them. I feel like Pisces, with this armadillo, I'm actually getting a very slow moving energy. It's kind of like, take your time. There's no need to rush is what I'm getting. And it's like the boundary thing. It's like, you know, protect yourself. You are in an energy where a lot is happening around you. A lot is coming towards you. A lot of opportunities, not just love, but it feels like other things as well. And it's kind of like you need to hold on to your focus as to where you're going and trust that, like, if this is really meant to be, this person's going to be able to come with you, or this person's going to be able to appreciate what you've been working toward or what you have kind of going on in your life already, and not ask you to like give it up or to turn your focus completely on them. It looks to me like they may have their focus on other things as well. They may be going through some kind of transition or transformation as well, especially with the 6-6. There's a vibrational alignment here. You may be in very aligned spaces in your life. So there may be kind of a deeper understanding, or even like a kind of a support system type feeling here of just like someone who, you know, is kind of adding to that feeling of security and stability and foundation that you have going on this month. Let's see. I just got cuffing season. Is November cuffing season? When is cuffing season? I don't know, but that just literally came through so strongly. You feel like the sweetest home I've ever known. You are my secret passion. Your name is following me everywhere. You're the only one who understands me at such a deep level. Let me just take another one. I'm getting a feeling here. I feel that this person may actually kind of have stronger feelings for you than you have for them. Or that, you know, okay. You guys keep getting snake energies. I mean, over and over and over and over again. I feel, okay, you have the poker face again, and you have taking a risk, options, not showing hand, gambling. Pisces, I feel like, you know, there is someone who's kind of like, hey, you know, what about me? What about this? What about us? What about, you know, and I feel a sense with you of just sort of being like, oh man, do I really want to take this on right now? Like, I'm really focused in this direction. I got other things coming in. I'm working on other things. I'm taking a chance in so many other places in my life, and I feel stable. I feel secure, but like, I don't want to take one too many chances and disrupt everything and end up having everything sort of fall apart. It feels like in November you have a lot of opportunities. I feel a strong sense of like ace energy here. But I also feel like the person who's coming towards you, or they may, like I said, there's this, I have a feeling for some of you that it's like someone who may kind of have been around in your life, or maybe you haven't had a full-on relationship with this person, but they're sort of somebody who's kind of been around, or someone that you already know of or are already sort of familiar with, who's saying, hey, take a chance on me, you know? I feel like you are a little bit, like your instinct is a little bit to be like, let me just stay focusing on these other things and sort of follow this, pursue this. And I'm getting kind of an energy of like, that's okay. You know what I mean? It's like, it's okay. I feel there will be signs or synchronicities if this is something that you know, your name is following me everywhere. It's giving me the same impression that the owl gave me, where it's kind of like, it'll keep popping up, or it'll keep having some significance, or the timing of it. Like you'll hear this person's name and it'll be associated with something. Or I don't know how to even say this. But I do feel like there is some pressure on this person, because I think they feel like there may be other people, or there may be competition, and you may even have a past person, someone that you feel you outgrew, coming back in, or making this person, maybe this person is aware of that person or that connection or whatever. And it sort of feels a little bit to me like there is this projection, or this impression of competition that is making someone take a little bit action a little bit faster than they might normally feel, or that it just I don't know. But I'm just getting, Pisces, stick with your own pace, stay with yourself, and zoom out. And when you zoom out, you'll see how everything sort of fits into place, or you'll see the details, you'll see what's important. Just take that time with yourself to gain clarity and truth. It'll reveal itself to you with the sword and the rose here. Yeah. Let's see what the tarot has to say about November. You've got the World and the Hierophant coming out sideways. You've got the Six of Cups and the Devil. Well, you know I gotta clarify the Devil. The Six of Cups. I always clarify the Six of Cups. All right, I feel... Oh, man. Someone from your past may be coming back in the month of November, trying to get another chance. They may see or feel energetically that you are moving in a different direction, and they may be, you know, they may not want that. They may want to always feel like they have access to you, or that they could get another chance with you. I feel that this person is still held back by the same things they were held back by before with the Devil and the Six of Cups here. But I feel like they also don't want you to get away. It's like they're stuck, but they want you to also be stuck with them. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to lose you, you know? But I think this is the exact energy that in some way has sort of set you free in October and in November. I also feel like there is someone who is either waiting for something completely to finish or to close out, or is waiting for some kind of ending here. They're waiting for an opportunity for a new beginning, or this feels like the new person. It's like they kind of want a commitment, or they want something to move into a more serious place. But there is something that there's some kind of ending. I don't know if it's this person is aware of the past person and they want to make sure that that's good and well done before they move on. They don't want to be a rebound person, but at the same time, I feel the sense of they want to let their intention be known. But yeah, it just feels a little bit, it feels like the energy is a little like, woo, and I keep getting Pisces, just run your own race, just focus on where you're going, just focus on what you want. Just let things kind of play out. Just let them reveal themselves to you with the moon. You know, do not be afraid. Do not let fear or illusion creep in. Just stay focused on what you're focused on leading into the month. And I feel like it's all going to work out. It will all become very clear. And if you do feel a sense of like, oh man, I'm getting kind of confused about what to do, or, you know, what's going on, or if I should give the old person a chance again or whatever, zoom out. I just keep getting that. Like, look at the bigger picture. It'll be very clear to you what details to focus on if you zoom out. All right, let's look at the last month of the year. Let's look at December. Again, if anyone would like to put a timestamp, let's see, it's 5732. It'll probably be like 59 for December. By the time I get all these cards shuffled, I'm sorry that you have to wait, you know, through this, or you can fast forward. But yeah, it's like I want to have all of the information available, and so it requires a few decks. All right, Spirit, what can you show us for Pisces for December? What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know for December? December. Dang, Pisces. You're getting the new moon in Aries, time to take action, and the new moon, a new start is coming. Pisces, you know, new moons, they are, for me, very synonymous with manifestation. This may be where really and truly things are showing up in the 3D. that you've been working on, that you've been manifesting. You may have a lot of opportunities. It may be time for you to take action on those opportunities. I feel like instead of a new start is coming, it should be like a new start is here. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. And it's like, I feel like the new start comes and you're kind of off to the races in December. Okay, Pisces, you're getting unknown, someone I have yet to meet or unknown to me for now. And then you have imagination, fairy tales. Never forget that which sparks your heart and soul. To believe what is not impossible can quite indeed be very possible. Okay, you know, I don't know if for some of you, there may be a person who's coming in who feels like someone you dreamed of, someone that you always hoped for, someone that you kind of prayed would show up, or maybe even your childhood fantasy of who you'd end up with, or what your life would be like. I almost even feel like that. Like you're sort of walking around in December like, almost, it's a little dreamlike. It's a little bit like, I definitely get the feeling that there are definitely moments in December where you're like, man, this feels like a movie, or it feels like a dream. On the bottom of the deck, you guys, again, you have let go of the old because new is coming in. You have, they really want to talk, communication coming in soon, unexpected communication coming in. The divine has your back. It's always there, supporting and whispering. I just keep getting like this sense of like too good to be true, but it's not. I feel like this is my real life, and this is what I have been wanting, or this is what I was hoping for, or I'm finally getting this chance to experience in real life something that I've really wanted. All right, Pisces, you have gotten the Magician twice, and now you have the Crow with the Mortar and the Pestle. And this, you know, the Magician is the alchemist. It's something that, it's the energy of turning something into something else, or nothing into something. And the Crow and the Mortar and Pestle are really giving me that vibe of like, I learned something from the past, I turned it into my manifestation, and now here it is coming into my life. You know, here this clear picture of what I have wanted, what I've been working toward is coming in. So you have the World card and you have the Tower card here. So something is definitely transforming. Something is definitely changing. Something is definitely, oh my God, you also have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. My God, I didn't even notice that. Strong Magician energy here, Pisces. It's like this, you have done it. You have transmuted something. You have taken something that may have even been a lesson or a perspective or some kind of insight or enlightenment you gained from a past experience, and you used it to choose what you were manifesting, what you were creating in your life. And here in December, you have like this child energy with the Tower energy, which is like, it unexpectedly sort of actually works out and shows up. You know what I'm saying? It actually like, okay, here I am experiencing this. It feels like a dream. It feels like fake kind of to me. But it's not. It's definitely not. You know, especially not with the World card energy here, because that is the completion and the new beginning. You have this waterfall energy and you have this key energy. The key always sort of makes me feel like the Hierophant. And in this deck, the key is the 33. And the 33 is like the Lover's card, where the masculine is looking at the feminine and the feminine is looking at the divine. So even if it gets confusing, or even if you're feeling overwhelmed, or even if it's all sort of happening very quickly, or it's happening at once, it's like kind of overflowing. It's like there's always this moment where you can really look to the divine, or look to signs and synchronicities, or even ask for messages or ask for signs and synchronicities to sort of like help guide you. But things are really changing for you. There's like a brand new cycle that is happening here, and it is bringing in things that you have really wished for, or things that you have really wanted. This is like Santa Claus on steroids. Yeah, the sun and the death. Yes. This is Pisces, this is like goodbye to the end of a tough cycle happens at the end of this year. The end of, you know, maybe possibly like abusive relationships, or you know, unequal relationships, or you know, it's the end of an entire cycle of your life and the beginning of a new cycle in your life. And it is one that is fueled by clarity and happiness and peace and acceptance and well-being, and, you know, seeing things very clearly. This has nothing to do with fantasy. This has nothing to do with the typical Piscean, Neptunian energy. This is like, no, hardcore reality. You know, and maybe you learned a lesson from believing in a fantasy or something like that, and now it's like reality feels like a fantasy a little bit at times. I'm not going to say that every day in December you're going to wake up and be like, wow, I'm living the dream. But there are definitely, I feel like, moments where it's like, you know, when you have those moments, like it's a perfect fall day, you happen to have a pumpkin latte in your hand, you happen to be wearing like your favorite boots and your jeans and this and the favorite sweater and all of that, and it smells like fall, and you're like, wow, you know, life, this is one of those really perfect moments in life. It's like that. But it feels like it happens with a degree of frequency, you know, of just like, man, I could not have written this better. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like I'm living a dream. Something has definitely changed. The energy around me, the energy around what's possible, you know, as before, it's like I feel almost that you would be expecting a moment like that and it would disappoint you. Now it's like you're not expecting anything, and the universe just keeps surprising you with these moments. Okay, I don't know. That's what I got. Let me see. Who is Pisces dealing with? What is their energy in December? Man, I just feel like things are all starting to make sense in December for you, Pisces. With the Sun card, and it says, be at peace, reclaim your power, trust in divine detours. I feel, Pisces, like it all begins to make sense. You know, that feeling of not getting what you want, or things not working out, or perpetually being blocked, or perpetually being sort of held down by lower vibrational energies or whatever. It's like you earned your wings. You earned this emotional freedom from all of these situations, from just this heavy, dense feeling of why aren't things working out? Why am I constantly disappointed? Da 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 da. And instead of giving the external that power, you went in, you found your validation inside yourself, and you reclaimed your power. I think it was in October, you had the moon, the high priestess, and the hangman. And by choosing to just focus on yourself and where you're going and the lesson that you learned and how to turn that lesson into informative energy to help you manifest the life of your dreams, like what was lacking, what was missing, what was good, and what matched your expectation or your hope or your dream, and what didn't, and then kind of utilizing that to create a vision, to create a manifestation, and then this Panther spirit to stay very focused on that vision, to really maintain that vision. And even when other things were trying to distract you, or even in like November, when things start showing up that are sort of asking things of you, instead of kind of turning your entire focus to what's asking you for your attention, you maintain your sense of attention and you say, you know what, I'm really focused on this. I'm not saying no, or I'm not ignoring you, or I'm not this, or I'm not that, but please understand that my focus has to stay here right now. You know what I mean? And trusting that, everything is working out exactly as it should, and that when it is clear to you, or when the time opens up for that to be your main focus, or that to be something that you're focusing on, you will. And that may be even just in December, or it may be, I don't know. It's a general reading, so there's all different kinds of energy sort of floating around here. But the key thing that I keep feeling when it comes to December are these little moments. And honestly, that is the energy behind the Ten of Pentacles, is life gives us these little perfect moments. And we collect them by observing them, by being grateful for them, by saying, oh my gosh, this is a perfect moment. And I mean, and perfect, what does that really mean? Whatever. But it's a moment where I'm fully present and I am fully impassioned with what, and in alignment. And I'm aware of the alignment between me and what I'm experiencing. And it feels so right. It feels so good. And I am grateful for it. The Ten of Pentacles is collecting all of those moments. It's not like winning the lottery. It's like that moment where my living room, I have a living room in my house, and my daughter was like, Mom, what vibe are you going for? And I said, Saturday morning cartoons. And she was like, oh, well, you hit the nail on the head. It's like, I literally decorated it to be the feeling of Saturday morning cartoons when I was a kid, because it was just, that was the best feeling. It was like waking up and it's like, oh my God, it's Saturday. I don't have to go to school and I get to watch cartoons and stay in my pajamas and eat cereal, and you know what I mean? Like, just be a kid. And there's no expectation of me or the day and whatever it is, And so, and it's also a safe place where, if I'm not feeling good, or if I'm really still tired and I just want to be under my blanket with my pillow, I can still do that. It's like that. That's the vibe of the room. And it kind of feels, but those are perfect moments. Like, they're just everyday moments. They're just basic, they're not like, write it in the sky, it's a Saturday morning cartoon day, you know what I mean? But it's a great day. It's a great feeling. It's one of those feelings where you're fully present and you're just at peace with yourself and your situation, and nobody is trying to pull you in any other direction, and the world isn't asking too much of you, and you're not being disappointed, and you're not, it's just like, wow, here we are, and it's comfortable, and I'm at peace, and it feels good. I feel happy. I feel good. Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of moments like that in December. And I feel like anyone who's going to be on your path in any meaningful way is going to go along with that flow, is going to also be in that energy. Pisces, messages that you're getting in December. How I wish I could hold you tonight. I didn't fall in love with you because I have always loved you and always will. I wasn't looking for this. I don't know how to deal with this. I can't face you right now. The intensity between us scares me. Pisces, I feel as though, you... I feel that you guys all kind of have past people, or even if they were not romantic partners, people in your life who were friends, who were family, who were whatever, that you have had to sort of like move in a different direction from, or at least put up some kind of firmer boundary with. And in December, when you're in this energy, when you're in this mood, when you're in this space, it's like you're so attractive. You're so at peace with yourself and at peace with the world, that it's kind of like, I feel like people who kind of did you dirty, or people who weren't able to show up for you and still aren't able to show up for you, are kind of watching you or taking it in, or can even feel it. And there is even a sense of like, if I was fooling myself about who was the problem, I can't fool myself anymore, because look at where Pisces is. Yeah. You have the healing heart, not enough, an engagement ring. There's definitely someone or some people from your past who didn't show up, who couldn't show up, who projected their own insecurity, their own, their own shortcomings that they were not willing or able to look at or deal with themselves. They projected them onto you in the past, Pisces. I feel like you have had to heal from stuff that wasn't even yours. Burdens that, you unwillingly or unwittingly, or however the word is, took on for other people. It may have even been something that started as a child. And you created space between you and that. And part of it was by focusing on what it is that you really, really want. That you really want people that are interested in partnership, people that are interested in commitment, people that are interested in sticking around for the long term, and are looking to be reciprocal, and are looking to get as much out of the relationship as they can by giving as much to the relationship as they can. And it doesn't just feel like in love, it just feels like across the board. You've set a new standard for yourself, and you have put a new focus in your life. And the separation, can it be a separation from a particular person? Of course it can be, but it honestly feels like a boundary that you're just putting up around you when it comes to all people. And it's like, I will let you prove to me that you are here for the long haul, or you're here for the same reason that I'm here, and if you don't, then you don't. Then you never get in. You never get to touch this part of me. You never get to understand this part of me. You never get to be a part of this part of me. But if you can sort of show up and be reciprocal and earn your way in, it's like magic in there, and it's kind of like, that, Pisces, and you don't need to prove it to anybody, and you're living that life, and you are living the life of like, man, if you're still in my closet, you're lucky to be there. You're serving a purpose, and you're functional, and you're useful, and it makes me happy to see you, and I don't ever walk away thinking, God, that's just taking up space in my closet, and maybe it makes me feel like crap. No, it's like everything there, everything in my life, everything present in my inner sanctum is something that is there on purpose, that is lucky to be there, that is, I'm lucky to have it, and it's lucky to be there. Okay, let's look at the tarot. Pisces, we've got the Queen of Cups with the Four of Wands with the Seven of Wands. There's this energy of, it is what I just said. It's like, I know what the value is of what I have to offer this world, and I have to offer this world unconditional love. And I am capable of it. I know I'm capable of it. I know that this is, something that I have to offer and to give, but I give it first to myself. And with the Four of Wands, I give you the opportunity to show up. I give you the opportunity to be a part of it. But, you know, you have to fight for it. You have to work for it. And, you know, it is something that I protect. It is something that I have boundaries around. And it is something that, you know, I fully understand that there are a lot of people who are going to say, yeah, I want to be a part of that, but I'm not letting them all in. You know, it's only a few that make it. The ones that are willing to, you know, put the work and the effort and the energy in with the Eight of Pentacles. Those people who have done the work on themselves the same way I've done the work on myself, you know? And you have this person, I do feel from the past, Pisces, who's really looking at you going, what did I do? You know, like feeling like they may have made a mistake. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Swords upright, I feel like this person really hasn't learned their lesson. At least for some of you, this is a cautionary tale of just, you know, make sure that they also don't just get a seat at the table because of the place they hold in their life, in your life, but that they also would be willing to earn their way in. Because with the Fool, it's like, I don't know why I'm showing up. I'm not showing up with anything to offer. It's like coming to dinner, like going to dinner at someone's house and like not taking a bottle of wine or a dessert or something. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just showing up because I feel like I have to. You know what I mean? But I'm still in the same energy I was in. You know what I mean? I'm still capable of the same stuff. I still may ghost at the first chance I get, you know, the first time I feel uncomfortable or awkward because I really didn't learn the lesson. So it's kind of like, you know, even if these are people from the past, with these 2 sevens, there's an important spiritual lesson here for you, Pisces. And that is that you do, I feel like, know, you know, that not everyone deserves a seat at your table, and that the people that do will willingly earn it. And, you know, they also show up in an energy of someone who conscientiously works in their own life to introspect and to heal and to achieve things and to master themselves. You know, they're also on the same kind of journey you're on. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for the end of the year. I think you have some really exciting things coming. I think that some things are going to be revealed. I think that October is a really, you know, this new moon, manifest, manifest, manifest. All right, this is what I have for you. I hope it helps. Until next time, guys, all my best, always, always. Bye-bye.